Can you guys roast me on this? That'd be great.
I don't know what I can and cannot say.
You can say whatever you like.
Because we have a friendship, and I feel like
I know, but that's part of it.
I mean, we could edit it if you had to.
Yeah.
I say you just let it fly. We
let it
decide
fly.
afterward
Do a
if we
roast.
don't like it.
Down. Ooh, I'm eating brunch with my people though. The homie Dyke just cooked up a feast and we bout to eat it, bro. Fucked around and has to mix the lobster with the poutine. Daddy is rolling blue dream. Them boys got down a routine. It's Naptown culture. Cooking 7 courses. Had to pass the torch and now I'm grabbing second portion. So sit back, relax, grab a drink and a smoke. It's Harder Brunch on the way and get prepared for the jokes. Whoa.
Hi, and welcome to the Harder Brunch Podcast. I'm your host, Dyke Michaels. With me, as always, my co-host, Thaddaeus Mckee.
wait.
On the ones and twos, the wheels of steel, the sauce, boss of Indianapolis, and the less. Broke Dragon. Give it up for Zach Rohn, everybody.
Sauce.
Wow.
Where's the train whistle? I thought this was a 2-part. There it is.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I did have a thing that I was supposed to do.
Yeah, you had a whole thing.
That was last year.
No, it wasn't.
Now, Zach, before it gets buried, I wanted to bring up that you have an event coming up this Friday.
Ooh, absolutely. It's going to be Creeperama. It's going to take place at... Man, I really wasn't ready for this. It's going to be at a Healer. Yeah.
And what is Creeperama?
So Creeperama is so this is something that Elise started, and I try to help her out with. And what we do is we come up with all these like public acts or the old school movies that are still in that are in public domain now, and we put on a public showing with that, and we have some vendors come out, and it's just kind of a really good time. It's a good way to spend the evening.
Now, Thad and I went to this last time, the first one.
It was so much fun. You were like, let's go. And I was like, I want to stay.
Yeah.
There was like good pizza, good drinks.
There's lots of good pizza.
The aesthetic of the whole room.
Yeah.
Really, you can't not say anything about that.
That whole venue is really cool. So like the place is called Healer. When you drive into it, it kind of seems like you're going into like a Mad Max like village or something like that. You have to drive around these cement pylons. But when you get in there, it's basically an entire thing that's an art installation.
Yeah.
And so like they've got this, like these couches and stuff and a projected area where we watch the movies and everything. Yeah, it's just a really good time.
It looks like a youth group that killed their youth pastor and then they like took over.
Yeah, it's like Youth Group Plus.
And tickets are available at the door?
Yes, tickets at the door, I believe $10.
Awesome place. That's
going to be January 26th at Healer, $10. Doors open at 7 and the movie starts at 8. Go check it out. If you're not doing anything, better.
You're not doing anything better.
It's called Creeperama.
Creeperama. Well, the first one was in October, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, what it originally started was we were going to just do a Halloween movie festival, and then when we had it, the people that run Healer were really into it, and they asked if we could keep going with it, and they liked the scary movie aspect of it.
Yeah.
And so we're doing Trip to the Moon, which is like an old like kind of classic or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Those are I think the boyfriend or the spouse of one of the Tubbles. One of the guys that runs Healer there.
That's right, from summer camp.
I remember the
Welcomes
Tubbles.
Full circle. And our guest, our return champion with us in studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
From the Follow D Money podcast.
It is I.
Stretch.
How you doing?
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Welcome back. You're one of our favorite.
I'm like a Band-Aid.
You.
What do you mean by a Band-Aid?
Well, you put a Band-Aid on when you want to heal, but if you take it off,
yes,
and you get cut again, what do? You put a Band-Aid on, right? I was not the cut. I am the Band-Aid.
You covered up something.
I covered up something that hurt a little bit.
He's gonna say something.
What
you don't like being the replacement guest.
Gotcha.
I'm a Band-Aid today.
You're a replacement guest at best.
I helped heal.
You did.
The show today.
You did help.
I'm a Band-Aid.
I texted Stretch this morning frantically.
He said frantically.
Hey, do you want to come through? We had someone that got stuck in an airport. And so we had a whole theme planned for this other guest that you got. But
So we had our airport expert come in to explain.
I thought that since
the man that knows about flight delays.
Can you explain why this man's not here? No, I can't exactly. So what was the plan?
So the plan was that we were going to have Jeff Oskey from the Bob and Tom Show. He's a comedian, and he's been on the show before as well.
Yep.
Kind of known for his trademark long, like Grizzly Adams-ish beard.
Oh, okay.
And so the theme was going to be famous beards of history.
Yep.
And dishes made inspired by those beards.
Okay.
And then we got someone with the smallest beard in the game. Now, but it did make me think. I was thinking all morning about this. Have you ever had a full beard before?
No. That's kind of a touchy subject with me because I can't grow a beard, and I've tried. I look
Emotionally,
homeless.
you can't do it, or physically?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah. I have,
like it's
I have a
patchy?
problem. Well, it's very patchy, and I have a problem with my appearance. Like I like to look clean all the time.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to grow a beard because I have to go through a stage where I look real scruffy and disgusting.
I think this is the year. I think if you start right now, I think by summer camp you could have an epic beard.
It'd be next, not even this one, the next one after. I would have something that people would say, "Are you growing a beard?"
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd just be a real nasty whatever I have right now, plus patches on the side. I'd look. You guys would be scared of me.
What about sideburns?
I think I can grow sideburns, but like the hair doesn't grow enough like up here. It's down here.
That middle part, yeah.
It's really weird.
So I used to when I was like in high school, I had the big like almost like mutton chops. Like I had big sideburns and then a goatee.
Oh.
And then some variation of that, and then that turned into like the chin strap beard for like the early 2000s.
Yep.
I was a person that I would always, I would go to, I always went to like I was raised by white people, so like they took me like supercuts and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until I was in by the time I was in high school, I started going, like everyone was getting fade, like high top fades and stuff when I was in high school. And so I would go to like, it was, like a white barbershop, but like everybody was getting faded up, And then I remember one time I was like 21 and I went into this barbershop and the guy was like this old man and he was like on a lunch break or something. And he was like, there's a barbershop around the corner. And he told me where it was. And I go there and it's the barbershop. And I was like, wait, did he just send me to because he didn't want to cut my hair? And then I was like, well, I'm here.
He didn't know how.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm here. I was like, I might as well get one. And it was such an amazing experience that I was just like, why did I not always come to? Because not only did you get a haircut, but they'd also line you up. You'd also walk out with a bunch of bootleg CDs.
Yeah.
It was a whole experience.
Yeah. And all the questions of life are answered in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You find out a lot at a barbershop.
All the current topics are talked about.
Mm-hmm. You know who to vote for?
Yeah, everything. You know whose wives is a whore.
Yeah. Who's slipping. A lot of people slipping out there. Oh man, I love this guy. Had a whole pitch ready for me, and this was at the time when it was like unheard of to be able to watch a movie that was in theaters at your house.
All bootleg.
Yeah. But there was a spectrum of bootleg. There was some that were like damn near like screener quality.
Yeah.
They were very rare, but every once in a while you get one of those. And then there was some that was just the guy that was filming it with the camera inside the theater, and then his arm would get tired. It would start coming down low.
Yeah. But that was the game back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like we were all pirates in the 2000s. Like I do not pirate as near amount of stuff that I used to. Like think about it. We were all downloading movies from the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Illegally.
Napster.
Music,
LimeWire.
Music. Like it was all available. And that seems like a wild, wild west time.
Yeah, I had an X-Men. I think it was one of the where that was like Wolverine's backstory or whatever.
Yeah.
But the last like 20 minutes of it were unfinished, so it just had them in green screens and green rooms and things like that. And it would have like marks on the screen where they were supposed to like add in like Sabretooth's claws or whatever. But yeah, it was wild. It was actually kind of cool. I think it was better than the actual movie.
They gave you the DVD extras.
Yeah.
They got hold of that.
Well, no, it was like they hadn't finished it. Like they had leaked it early because it started out completed. The graphics started coming away from it. And then the last couple scenes were just literally storyboard.
Wow.
And so I think it was like an early leak or something like that.
That's a very early leak.
Now Casey has brought up some pictures of some beautiful beards up here.
Beautiful.
Now Stretch, I think you could be that guy in the middle there. I like
the bald head guy.
Freshly shaved on top.
Yep.
The
you
only
know?
bald guy.
And then the nice long beard on the bottom.
I dream of having a beard like that.
Do they do beard transplants? Because
They
you
do.
get part
They
like
do.
part
I'm
like
sure they do, yeah.
They
or
do.
what, like a weave, like a beard
A
weave.
beard weave, yeah.
A beard weave, yeah.
Maybe I should do that for Halloween.
Halloween. No, I think you should do that for meat cakes.
Just come with a beard.
Come with the beard.
Pull the beard out of nowhere.
I mean,
That's not.
I feel like you would have so much more weight as a judge with a big bushy
With a
beard.
big
Oh,
beard.
yeah.
A
You
big-
trust a judge with a
Oh,
beard?
look,
without
look,
a
beard weave.
Yeah.
Look, there we go.
Beards are honest.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. That looks terrible right there.
That looks like a merkin. That looks like a merkin on his face. What is that?
Do you guys
That
ever
looks like
get
Dyke's
that?
cousin to the left.
I thought that was Dyke.
I feel like there's such thing as like too straight a line for like a beard.
Well, they have that
Like, or a
airbrush.
hairline
They
in general,
They
yeah.
airbrush the stuff sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, to make it look super clean.
Yeah. I feel like that
Oh,
is like
man.
That's-
too.
It seems like that's only good for when you walk out.
Well,
That's it.
When I saw Bill Bellamy performed at the Helium, and like I was like, damn, he looks exactly like he does in the '90s,
Right.
And I was like, I mean, we all know black don't crack, but come on, man, it was like wow, and then he's even making jokes about being a vampire and stuff like that. And then like I was talking to one of the servers, they're like, oh, not till you get up close. They're like, it changes when you
for
get up
real?
close. Yeah. He's sprayed and dyed and like glued. Like he's pushing 60. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
Damn,
he shouldn't
he
look
is,
like a
huh?
30-year-old.
It's like
No, that's
prosthetic noses and stuff like that.
Oh, that's terrible. Up close, he looks terrible.
They said it's not.
It's not what you want to hear.
Yeah, I don't want Bill Bellamy. I don't want Bill Bellamy smoke.
Get him
I
close
don't
to
want
Bill
that
Bellamy.
smoke.
Damn.
That's our official stance.
I don't even think that it's that he looks terrible. I think it's like when you get up close, you see the imperfections of the cover-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Bill
As with anybody, right?
Yeah, well,
Welcome back to our shame podcast. Hey, do you
we
kind
have
of
to
like
punch
shit?
down.
We're
We're
only-
punching down on Bill Bellamy.
We're only specifically going after Bill Bellamy. I didn't feel like Cat Williams really hit enough of black.
He didn't touch Bill.
He didn't say shit about Bill Bellamy.
What?
Yeah, what-
Yeah, he thought you was safe, huh,
Thought
Bill
you was
Bellamy?
safe, Bill.
Fuck that shit.
Harder Brunch is after you now, Bill.
I thought that I, of all people, should start judging people on their looks and roasting them. No, Bill Bellamy's beautiful.
We were talking about roast, weren't we?
Yeah, well, this week I'm on a roast. It's Sarah Huntington.
Yeah.
Sarah Huntington Pop Tarts is leaving for New York City.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna do a roast, and I don't know, man. Like I feel very like, to me, roasting is like a sacred thing.
Yeah.
That like one only should be done amongst friends. Like I've seen roast where like the people didn't really know each other that well. It can be awkward. I've seen people where they hate each other,
And they allow each other to roast?
but it's just a shit talking. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
two people that hate each other aren't going to take the time
That's
to be
like
funny.
therapy. That's therapy.
Yeah, they're just like, and
Yeah.
that's why you fuck so and so. You know, like, yeah. But yeah, I think it's something. There's a science to it. Like a good roast, there's a science to it.
Yeah. I think comedy, period, is allowing yourself to be roasted, or your even life and lifestyle should be able to be roasted. Because if you can laugh at other people's shortcomings and things like that, you should definitely be able to laugh at your own. And I mean, that goes for anything.
Yeah.
You know, if you're laughing because something is funny at somebody else's cost, then you should be laughing at all times. And like all these people wanting to cancel people and talk shit about what's funny and what's not funny and who should say this and that, don't laugh then. Don't laugh at nothing.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like I've become like I'm a roast snob at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's not even so much I you just have to come with a good joke. If I feel like you're being lazy, that's more offensive to me than what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like so it just like calls is like, hey, you're fat. Like,
Right.
That's not funny.
Yeah,
it may be
that's lazy.
It may be true, but it's lazy. But then Hannah one time said, she's like, Dyke is like Shamu. He's half black, half white, and he's the apex predator. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fucking roast right there. You know, like
that's a roast.
Well, I feel like like all the subcategories, like being a roast comic or being like a prop comic. I feel like they're things that are actually like, if you see it done really well, it's really good. But they're probably a lot more difficult to do, I don't know, and make that your whole act.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was watching some, like, they moved some, like, roast stuff down to Austin right now. And it was a bunch of, like, famous, it was, like, the judge panel was good, like, roasters and stuff. But the people on it were just, like, open micers from the scene. And I was like, oh, this is rough. Like, this is rough to watch. Yeah. You know, it was like, it's mean, but it's not, the funny to mean ratio has to be, I feel like the meaner a joke, the funnier the punchline has to be.
I think when you talk about the roasting, and I said if you can laugh at anything, you should be able to laugh at yourself. But I mean, the joke still has to be funny.
Has to be funny.
You know, like being mean doesn't constitute funny.
Yeah.
You know, so if you are smart and you are an intelligent comic, you can roast somebody and talk about anything. If the crowd laughs, then it worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like no matter if it hurt the person or not. Like if you're trying to get laughs.
It is funny though, because like if you watch some older comedy and stuff, like how like times do change, the culture changes. People like during COVID, I really wanted to like sit down with that. I was like, we gotta watch some old Def Jam. We have all this time. Let's burn through all this Def Jam. Boy, howdy. And then we put it on, and I was like, I forgot about some of these jokes. Oh, I forgot about some of these punchlines.
Crazy.
Lack thereof.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, it wouldn't even be, it was like, ever go outside and someone's gay? You know? What? It's not even it's not even a joke.
Yeah, man.
Also, one of the things that I didn't remember, like, I think they forced everyone to do like a bit on top of their stand-up, because there would be comics would come out and like change their clothes and do these weird, like, they weren't even really sketches or skits or anything, but like everyone came out and did like a non sequitur on top of their act, and it was just like, did I use that word right? I don't know.
Non sequitur.
Yeah, it was bonkers, whatever it was.
So a couple things for those of you that maybe this is the first time meeting Stretch. We didn't say what you did.
Oh, yeah.
We said you knew about planes, but you have a wonderful podcast called Follow the Money.
Oh,
how long have you been doing that podcast now?
Since 2021.
2021.
So 3 years.
3 years. Three years in the game.
Yeah, 3.5 years in the game.
And then, so I think it was 22. You came on.
Yep.
As a guest.
Yep.
And for a backyard brunch.
For the backyard brunch. Yep. And we had known each other before, prior to that.
And that was the first time, though?
But that was the first time we had him on and like hung out and like.
Oh, wow.
Did the whole thing.
Yeah. And then after that, I think we became part of. You became part of the Harder Brunch family,
culture,
you became part of
the whole
after the backyard.
Well, yes, that's
somewhere in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's what kind of that's what kind of etched me into the family.
You're like, oh, they're cool.
No,
he's like, jury's still out.
You guys allowed me in. You guys allowed me in at that point.
Yeah, we allowed everybody into the backyard.
Exactly. Thank you.
I buy a ticket.
Thank you. Yeah.
I didn't buy a ticket to Harder Brunch.
I no longer feel special.
Oh yeah, this guy is just paying to be on here. Is that why he gave me
That's what happened. I paid. Actually, somebody canceled that day, I think. No, I'm kidding.
You were just replacing somebody.
Yeah, somebody didn't show up, and I was hungry, and you guys allowed me to come. Thanks.
No, that evening was the koi pond.
Yeah,
that was
and the pools. We had pools up there.
Yeah, it was bring your own pool party.
Yeah,
that's where I met you.
Oh, there were pools. Yeah,
Clay, Allie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so okay. Yeah, there's a lot of friends made at that backyard. We need to have another backyard party.
I don't know why you haven't.
And
it's cold.
Yeah.
Then
it's also been 2 years.
Last year you were a judge at our Meat Cake Invitational.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we just solidified this week that you will be judging again
Hear you,
at
hear
our
you.
Meat Cake Invitational.
Hear you. Can I get a train? Hey.
February 25th. Tickets will be on sale by this Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm saying it now, so make sure the tickets are on sale by this Wednesday. February 25th is going to be at Half Liter. We have 10 chef teams this year. 10 chef teams. We got some of the best in the business.
You can't say any names?
But only one champion.
The champ is back?
We got the Meat King. The Meat King obviously has to defend his title.
Yep.
Bridget is going to be there.
Okay.
Team Bridget. We have Team Yusuf.
Okay.
Team Yusuf
Team Yusuf
from
okay.
Bluebeard.
Yeah.
You know, so he's going to be one of the best baking and pastry chefs in the city, in the Midwest probably. We got Team Four Birds.
Who's that?
Four Birds Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
So it's actually a husband and wife chef team.
Okay.
He's savory. She's baking pastry.
Okay.
So that's going to be formidable.
Okay.
We got who am I forgetting? Ashley Brooks is going to be
She's
coming back. Ashley
okay.
Brooks is coming back.
Okay.
For some revenge.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Some revenge cooking.
Revenge cooking.
We got Craig Baker and Andrew Whitmore from Chef's Night, representing Chef's Night Off.
He was just here.
We got we have Mike Gomez and Ross Katz.
They were there last year. Gomez was, right?
Gomez was.
yeah.
Ross was supposed to be. He actually got COVID.
Yeah, he was
wow.
So they're going to be on a team.
Gomez's meat was good last year.
Yeah, it really was.
So there's a thing called Pork of Elegance that happens. It was like last weekend.
Okay.
And it's a pork based meat competition or whatever. And Meat King and Craig Baker and Gomez all won some sort of award.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like, you know how like there's like the Preakness before the Derby. I feel like Pork of Elegance.
You guys have become the Derby
before,
of meat.
Yeah, it's before Meat Cakes.
Okay.
We should just look at their lineup next year for inviting teams.
We should just do it next year.
Yeah, we should just do it next year.
And are you both?
Yes.
Oh, and then Team Harder Brunch, of course.
We have a team.
Oh, you guys are together.
My wife's also doing a team.
Yes.
So,
Oh, okay.
I was like, I knew I forgot like three teams.
Yeah, we were originally
You only
supposed to
named like 4.
Yeah. So me and Dyke are teaming up, and yeah.
That'll be cool.
Is Grace Cook coming back?
No. Who?
Or Grace?
Did you just make up a last name for her?
Sure did.
Grace.
I mean, I guess
Well,
that's
she is a cook.
I guess that's the way you
He
do
meant
it
to
when
say
you call
Grace.
people
He
out on
meant to
it.
say Grace the cook.
Yeah.
I forget one article.
Is Thad Podcaster going to help me out today?
No, I mean, so she's not coming back though.
Not this year.
Hers was like my favorite, like looking cake because it was so weird.
Yeah, it was
with the
weird.
octopus.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
With the
the
tentacles.
tentacles coming
The
out.
tentacles
of it.
coming out.
It had like gel and like it was clear, some clear stuff, whatever that was.
Yeah. This year, I'm afraid for Harder Brunch because the last year I was like, oh, maybe Harder Brunch is going to come in second or first. But like right now, there's so much competition in this meat cake. Like I don't want you to come last.
Yeah, I don't want us to.
But there
either.
is no last, is it?
Well, there is usually, and it's usually associated with Dyke, so I'm gonna get nervous. But I feel like it's like skydiving. I feel like we're really taking a chance, but we've got some pretty cool ideas. I mean, we're already started. We've already started planning.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, have you started cooking? I'm like, I don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You never had
It's gonna be stale.
meat
Y'all
cake?
started cooking today.
It's an old cake.
Yeah. Meat cake season always smells up the house.
I have a question about it.
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to have more categories to win?
We're gonna have
Because you had 2.
We're gonna do 2.
Yeah.
But we are relaxing some of the criteria from last year.
Okay.
Last year, there was one of the criteria was a certain percentage of meat, and I feel like that kind of locks people into not being as creative as they could be.
Yeah.
So we kind of changed the wording on some of that. We took away because we don't want one of the stipulations to be because otherwise everyone's just gonna turn in a meat brick. You know,
Right.
because they have to. So we want it to be more creative and. We don't want to hamper because there was some really great entries last year that I feel like maybe have gotten disqualified because of the percentage of meat.
Ashley Brooks.
Yep.
Wow, we're just really just throwing people out on that. Yeah, but no, like creativity is supposed to be like the main.
That's the main thing.
We want to see what people can do with the category because this is something pretty unique. I don't think there's any other competition where they're making cakes out of meat.
Right.
And there are some things that I've seen, like like 1 year there was a meat baklava, and that's insane to me. Like Ashley Brooks was fantastic.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite.
Last
and
year?
hers was hers
that
was
shit was
like
good.
sweet also,
Yeah.
and I thought that
It was
was
good.
really cool. Like what Grace did with the tentacles and the gelatin, like. Part of the point is to see how cool of a thing you can make out of this concept, you know?
But the taste has to be something.
Oh, but the taste has to be there. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
It's still going to have all the other criteria.
it's
we just
display.
wanted to open it up a little bit more, you know?
Because I was thinking, like, look, you have most creative, you have most delicious, and then you have overall.
And the People's Choice.
Like to me,
Well, there might be-
and People's Choice. So that's 4, right? You know what I mean? But those could be 2 different people. They can be 4 different people. Like one person can win 2 categories.
One
Ooh.
person can sweep.
A double
One person
sweep.
can sweep.
Yeah.
But
A
I'm just saying,
quadruple
like,
sweep.
because
Yeah.
if you think of last year and you go with the taste of all of them, they all tasted good. We all agreed that it was like 3 of them that tasted the best total.
I don't know if they all tasted good though.
Well, I thought they
You want
all-
to name any more names, Dad? Just every.
I'm just saying, like when we as judges went in last year,
Yeah.
there were like 3 that was on everybody's list, right? So they all tasted good, but then you have a best tasting. Now, if the most creative one wasn't in that 3, they could win because they were the most creative.
So maybe
You know what I
looking
mean?
at it
And
as
not
like
be the best tasting, but they did the most work to create this masterpiece.
Right.
So maybe there's categories and then like a champion of show,
overall,
right? An
yeah.
overall
An
champion
overall
that all
best
things
tasting,
considered.
most creative should get.
But then most
the
tasteful,
overall.
most creative, most.
I mean, I didn't mean to
sensuous.
come in here and
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I
this
just
is
did.
really good feedback.
Yeah, it is.
it's feedback.
I also see. I look at it. I look at that same thing the other way of like. I think that all that should go into the judging. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be like
Yeah.
hey, this taste, this is creative. This is all those things should factor into to who you pick. But I do see what you say because like, oh, this is really good. I would have given this award to this person because maybe they made the most beautiful looking cake.
Yeah.
though.
Great.
You know?
Yes. Well, I mean, but that's the overall one, though. I would say, you know, the one that tastes and look good at the same time.
Right.
So
But
that should be the winner to me.
I think there's only one winner though. There's really
That
there's,
is
there's,
true. That's
there's,
true.
There's the king, and then there's
The People's Choice.
the people's champ.
Yeah.
Which is like a silver.
Well, it's more like it's like wrestling, you know. It's
Can
like,
it be the
you know,
queen this year? Like no matter who wins, they're the queen.
Well, I mean, Bridget was the king for a year. So.
I know, but I know why we can't change it to a queen.
I mean, it could be the meat queen.
I'm just coming here throwing riffs and I'm just fucking everything.
I was thinking about it honestly. I mean, I think it depends on what you want to be called. If the Meat King's like, hey, I'm actually the Meat Queen,
Meat liege.
then okay, we'll call you the Meat Queen, whatever you want to be
Yeah,
called.
I'll use whatever meat pronouns you want.
meet they.
for sure.
Meet them. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
This week on the After Brunch Podcast.
But I'm just saying, like you're doing art, you're getting naked, for the like, do you go soft or hard?
Soft. It's all very.
Oh, you never go hard.
I think soft is sexier than hard.
Hard is like I think hard is what designates it
I don't
as
wanna look at
pornography.
No, that's
Let's not bring up his nude photos.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Join us at patreon.com/Harder Brunch.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey. You'll never know what we're laughing about. It's buried.
Oh my god.
Welcome back to the program. We left off talking about meat cakes.
Gosh.
Dang, meat.
Yeah, we did.
Meat cake brings a whole nother like it's like a whole different thought to my head.
But we should do a Mr. Hands cake.
you also
he went there. He did it. I didn't.
You're the new Thad. Now it's you.
He went there.
That's the name of the episode, Mr. Hands cake.
Oh shit.
You also helped us out with adult summer camp. You were the
Oh man, what a great time.
you were technically the security for the weekend
Until he hurt himself on purpose.
but
I didn't hurt myself.
Wait, you got
on purpose.
injured?
You didn't know that?
You don't remember
I did
that?
not.
Oh man, I got so jacked up.
Limping around the whole day.
Yeah, I did the splits playing basketball.
I do. Okay. I
Yeah.
remember you being like, "Wow, we got a lot of walking to do," and I remember thinking to myself,
No, I tore
Jesus,
myself up,
You're
man.
a very in shape person to be complaining. They're like,
Yeah.
you're very tall.
I did the
This is like half as many steps.
literal splits on some slippery.
No, that makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense.
it hurt.
Yeah.
But I am happy though because I think the fact that I am regular, like kind of in shape, that it wasn't something that was major. Like I didn't tear anything or anything. It
you
was
weren't
just like
injured after it.
I wasn't injured.
You
I
were
was
hurt.
I was hurt
You
a
were
lot.
hurt,
Yeah. And thank you to our nursing staff. They were very professional.
Yes.
Yeah.
And quick to respond. And
Well,
What do they have to do? They
Gwen
have to, like-
demanded that she give you that extra long massage. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
a 3 hour.
Yeah,
They massage
massage.
you.
Yeah.
Groin massage?
Yeah, it was like 3 hours long.
A free camp? 3 hours?
3 hour growing massage. No, they were super professional. They gave me top notch help, and what it consists of was 4 Advil. Yeah. So that was done. That was it.
So you did a perfect thing of just like, I feel like security, when nothing goes bad happens, it looks like they're not doing anything. But you did a great job of one. We were very fortunate we didn't have any terrible
No, there was no
Things.
0 shootings, 0 fights.
no fights,
no deaths,
No stabbing.
zero deaths.
no deaths.
Everybody was everybody was cool there.
Everybody
you know?
was very cool.
But then the
It
other
was
thing,
like Woodstock. It went off without
Not
a hit.
quite.
not
I
Woodstock.
don't think
99.
Woodstock has that.
Not quite.
No, Woodstock had no violence.
The original Woodstock.
No
there was-
arguments.
In,
Bo-
in
both-
all of it, like
both-
nothing bad happened in all
Nothing
of
bad.
Woodstock.
That's
both
You look that up
Woodstocks-
right now.
Yes, you can look it up. Nothing bad happened at the first Woodstock. And that's why it was so beautiful because it was all
I think
about
it
peace.
did though. Well, they had the
Nothing.
Hell's Angels there as security.
Yeah.
At the first one.
Yeah.
You're-
I thought there was a thing. Yep, never mind.
You're our Hell's Angel.
yeah.
They killed somebody at the first one.
No, they did not.
See, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like,
they did.
Hold on, you're talking about Altamont. That happened at Altamont.
well,
Thank you.
We don't know
You
yet.
sure it didn't happen at Woodstock?
You guys don't know your Woodstock. Woodstock was a beautiful time.
Anyway,
You
what I
are
was
very
trying to
invested in this Woodstock
Well,
thing.
because I'm right.
Yeah, you are.
I know the murder happened at Altamont. The point I was trying to make outside of that was that you, as a security person who didn't have to like bounce anybody out or actually,
Yeah.
you really ingrained yourself with everyone that was there at camp, and like almost everyone had like a stretch story at the end.
good.
Yeah.
Everyone had a good,
I appreciate
some
that.
sort of good touch point with you throughout the weekend, and I was like, that's literally what you want out
Yeah.
of somebody who's
well, that's
in
what
that
I want.
security
Period.
role.
Even out of life, I like
Yeah.
to be a person that touches people in in a positive way. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I mean, that's if you said that any way else, like in a negative way.
No, I mean like, but you can be in someone's life and not touch them at all. Like you can
especially-
just be a part of somebody's life and you don't have an impact. Like I want to be an impact on the people that I come in contact with in some way,
Yeah.
and I want that impact to be positive.
No, that is good. And as a security guard, you weren't like a dick to people.
I'm not a dick though, so that's
Yeah.
not going to just come out when you ask me to be security.
Did you catch anybody try to smuggle in alcohol or anything like that or anything bad?
I don't think that was against the rules.
No, yeah, I wasn't looking for it.
Oh yeah, time out. That isn't against the rules. You can bring your own alcohol.
Was anybody smoking cigarettes?
He's like, hey, give me that.
I mean, Stretch was patting a lot of people down.
We're like, what are you checking for? Everything is fine.
Yeah, I was patting people down, finding stuff, and giving it back to them.
Yeah.
Give me your drink tickets.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks for letting me pat you down.
All right. Well, it's time for our Smoking Goose brunch breakdown.
Okay.
Again, we said at the top of the hour we were talking about beards. Was our famous beards? Was our theme?
Yep.
The beards have it.
Who has the best beard in this room? First off,
Probably you right now.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Dyke.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dyke.
I'm going with Dyke.
It's ratty right now.
Yeah, but it's very full.
It's full though.
Yeah.
Thad's is you close second.
He's got a nice beard.
Yeah, second though.
thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say right now
I think I'm in second.
to get lined up. I want to get it. Cleaned up. I realized.
Do you go to a black barber now?
No. So here's what happened. I got to a rhythm of just doing it by myself for a long
okay.
time, and it was just like that worked for me.
Yep.
And then, but like, if sometimes there's certain things you can't do, or I can't do well. Like, there's no way I can line myself up in the back very great,
right.
Or just like even right here. There's certain things you could do where someone else with a razor is just going to make you look a lot better.
Yep.
And I went to when we moved over here to the east side, or I've been on the east side, but I went to a black barber shop. And, my shop that I went to for years and years closed down. So I was real hesitant because I had such, it was like personal. It was like finding a friend group and everything.
Yeah,
and
right.
so like I went into this barber shop, and I feel like, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like when I go to a barber shop, I want the main dude.
Right.
Or the main person,
I understand
whoever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like there's always a main person and then everyone else, and I
Yeah.
feel like there's always a little bit of a drop off.
Yeah.
And sometimes people find, but it's like whoever cut your hair the first time, then you're stuck with that person.
Sometimes.
Because it's like rude to go ask for like another person if you went back. You had
Right.
Yeah,
Especially
do the
mid
awkward thing
haircut,
where you
yeah.
see him when you go in.
So I walked in and I feel like the trainee. Like I went to the local, like the closest black barber shop to here.
Yeah.
And I got like the trainee, and it was like a thing where it was like it was way more expensive than I was expecting it to be for just a beard trim.
Yeah.
And then with tip, it was like $50.
Damn.
Like it
For
was
a beard?
yeah.
Wow.
Like I think here
What was the tip? $40?
I think it was a thing where all I had was a 20, and like to tip
$50?
And so I think it was like $30, and then I tipped 20. I forget what it was. It was something crazy.
Still 30 is a lot.
Some of it was a combination of my fault, and it was expensive, and so I was just like whatever, and then it was not good. Like that was the thing. It's like too. Like if it had been great, and so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna. And there's a place in Fountain Square, Wild's Barbershop, and they were above. You know where Howlin' Hyde is?
Nope.
They're this place. It's they make like leather goods and stuff like that. But it was like when you walk in, they had like a little loft barbershop inside like the leather place.
Okay.
So it was like the manliest thing ever. You walk in and they're like people like making leather, and then there's like you're getting like a straight razor upstairs, and I was like, this is some man stuff. And so I just started going there, and it's like a quick. I only go there for I'm bald too, so I only go there for the lineup.
Yep.
But I'll go in there for like pre-shows and stuff, and it's just like I get the owner, he hooks me up, he's quick. I always like it,
Okay.
And now it's just like, yeah, it's my barbershop.
Where you go with that?
I go up here down the street. I want to stay in my place. It's actually I go to the cut right down the street, and like they're really cool too.
Why didn't you want to say that?
I was just playing. Now, like there's a place that I did go where I won't say. It was the Champ Barbershop, and they used to like hit my head like I'm gonna fade up, and like when you're fading, they're supposed to kind of dap it like this. This guy was hitting me so hard, like I had a headache for like an hour afterwards.
Damn.
I think that's where I went. The one.
Yeah, there's like, and have you ever had someone with actual shaky hands? Like,
Oh, hell no.
they're like, "Hey, don't worry now," and then like they're actually better.
Oh.
So I don't really go get my hair cut that often. Like usually I'll just do it myself with a razor or with a trimmer. Yeah. But I've definitely I'm like half and half. Like I'll go one time I went into Detroit and I walked into a black barber shop and they had done the thing where they're like, hey, I think you were looking for the one down the street? And I was like, I just want my head shaved. Can you do
you're
that?
looking for
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, you know, and then after that, it was fine.
They're like, get out of here, cop.
You got the white trimmers back there?
Yeah.
But no, we took Bear. The only time my son has ever been to a barbershop, it was a black barbershop.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't even know when we walked in. It was like, oh, he's about to have an experience. And
Did he get the beard trim?
no, he did get like a little fade or whatever. And I mean,
Nice.
it took a long time, and he wasn't super.
It takes a long time for black barbers to cut white people's hair like black people.
That makes a lot of sense.
That fade is
Yeah.
different. Yeah, that
Well,
it's a
and
grade of hair.
He was super like he had never had a haircut,
Yeah.
and so he was really like nervous about the trimmers and everything. But
Yeah.
the barber did and I don't think the barber was really expecting me to bring a fucking little kid in, and so but he did such a good job with him.
Pissed.
No, he was super cool, and he was like
cussed a
"All right."
lot.
No, he would talk to him very what I liked is he talked to him really straight. Like a lot of people be like, all right, buddy. He's like, now listen to me. It's not gonna hurt, but you got to stay still, or I'm gonna mess this up. And then and Bear's just like, all right.
Did your son say my nigga? Yeah, Dappy Mo.
We had to work that out of him.
One time when I was working at camp, I was leading this adventure program, and we would just be out for a week. You're just out for a week, and you would only get one 2-hour break in the middle of the week, and that was it.
What?
And yeah, it was you're with the kids 24/7 the rest of the time, and I really needed it. I really needed a haircut. I was just like. It was bad. It was long. I was sick of it. It was hot. It was the summertime, and I had to drive the bus. So the kids were dropped off. So I'm just driving around Broad Ripple in a school bus or the Bloomington in a school bus, looking like no smartphone. I'm just looking for a barber shop, and I finally found I saw a salon, and I was like, okay. I parked the bus there. I walk in. No, granted, we had just come from caving and canoeing. I'm wearing flip flops, you know what I'm saying? Swim trunks, a dirty t-shirt, and I go in and I was like, "Hey, you guys cut hair here?" They're like, "Yeah." They kind of look at me like a little, and I just was like, "Oh, I'm dirty, so I guess that makes sense." And they're like, "Yeah, we can do that." I was like, "Okay." And then I remember they took me over to a bowl and they started. This is
Like a popcorn bowl?
like a sink basin, but they started shampooing my head.
Oh.
And the guy was like, and I've I mean, yeah, it felt good, but it was also I've never had this. I didn't request it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pick it off of a chart, and so I was just like, this is a little different. And so he shampoo, and I was like, well, but then also I have been in the woods, you know, maybe I just stunk or something. So, but he
We don't usually do it. This is our shit,
This is on the house, bum.
raise your arms. Raise your arms.
You made me go in the bathroom. He splashed water all over me.
did I say I was at a salon? I was at a homeless shelter.
It was called the Salon Homeless Shelter.
Here, buddy, we're gonna get you looking good again.
Say ah.
Hold your arms up.
I got
Hold your arms up.
I got deloused. But then they cut my hair, and then I go up to pay for it, and it was $120.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
$120.
You were like, you should have said, I'm clearly a bum.
yeah, it was a substantial amount, and that's how I realized that men and women's hair places are different. If you go to a salon, you're dropping some extra money.
Oh, yeah. They charge women a lot. And let's just talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about it, but I'm
Okay,
sure
then let's
that-
not talk about it. Let's get off the
I'm just sure that
jump out the plane.
That's take it from here. Take it from here, Thad.
All right, so the first course was based on famous Blackbeard. It was Blackbeard shipwreck, and it was just a seafood stir fry, some eggs in there, some scallops and some scramps. and pineapple, which I don't know how the pineapple play with all
It was
that.
good.
It tastes like it was like sweet and salty.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did the soy sauce on there.
I did.
Yeah.
I've never personally had stir fry that didn't have peas and carrots in it, and peas are quite a point of contention in this house.
Oh, they don't like them.
They don't like peas, so I was like, well,
We don't like them.
do a
no
pealess.
peas. Okay.
How do you feel about peas?
I like peas. Yeah, all right.
If I just
I like them
served you a
straight.
bowl of
You know
peas,
what? I
you
like
wouldn't
the
be mad.
peas. What's the ones?
Edamame?
That's not a pea though. Is it? But there are like
You know what peas I like?
snap
Bacon.
peas, steak, snap peas.
Snap peas.
I like those.
Yeah, yeah. Or
But
snow
like-
peas.
I don't know what that is. What's the snow pea?
Like in the pod?
Yeah.
oh
I
yeah,
like
I like
snow
those.
peas.
I like those. But I know what the kind you're talking about. You don't like the little mushy ones.
Yeah, the ones that they serve in the bowl and money's not right.
What?
Yeah, it's a poor people food. Let's
Fuck the
Oh,
pores.
you get served when your money's not right.
I do remember eating those
Snow pea,
peas
yeah.
out of the can.
The edible potted
Out of
pea.
the can. Those are
Yeah.
the ones that are nasty.
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I grew up with.
See, that messes me up because that made me think
Why did our
that
parents make us like? Why did they buy those? Like
That's actually my favorite kind of pea.
That
Like,
is?
and it's not even because it's good, but it's kind of like McDonald's cheeseburger is my favorite cheeseburger because that's what I had growing up. Like they remind
those
me
peas
of,
are
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
Those peas are nasty.
They're
right
objectively worse than regular peas. But
there. Yeah. I agree.
gross.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Because I'm thinking like, why would my parents buy those when they could have bought like carrots or broccoli or some shit? Like, I don't ever want peas instead of that other stuff.
I remember one time when I was in culinary school, we had like a student-run restaurant, and they would do front and back of the house. And one time I wasn't in the class, but I was just going there to eat, and the dessert was peas and carrots. It was
Yeah.
like ice cream,
Yep.
and I was just like,
Oh, wait, ice cream?
yeah. And I was surprised at how delicious it was. It was a carrot ice cream and a pea ice cream, and it worked perfectly together.
Wow.
It was so good. And I was like, I never would have thought I would have liked a pea ice cream.
actually, I think I want to try that to do that sometime for one of our brunches because that sounds really good.
It doesn't.
make that
It
quit
doesn't.
brunch.
Yeah, yeah.
That-
Can we have
that
an
sounds-
anti-Thad brunch?
That doesn't sound good, but I want to taste it.
Yeah, it sounds gross. And like, I feel like there must be a surplus of peas in America. Like, there's probably the easiest. Like, they're like shoving
how
it off.
often
of
are
us.
you like assaulted by peas? How many?
Assaulted?
Yeah. You see, you
I've never
seem
been
like
attacked by
you can't
peas.
walk down the street without having peas shoved down your throat.
I feel like peas are like the baby corn.
I don't see a lot of baby corn either.
I mean, I'm saying
talking about?
peas are like corn. Like they're it's like easy to grow. There's too much of it, and they just shove it off on us and make us think you
But
like
I
it.
like corn.
Yeah, big pea.
I'm a huge corn guy.
You like corn?
I do.
Well, welcome to Indiana.
Why don't you talk about your stew there, Sauce Boss?
So one of the beards that I chose was Karl Marx, and so I made like a what I called a proletariat and bean stew. Just had beef. I looked up what they would have put in their stews of that time, and they said turnips.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
a bunch of turnips in there. First time I've ever really cooked with turnip. I don't even know if I've used a turnip
It
in any other context.
Probably should have had like a shoelace, and some
Well, yeah.
boot heel.
Yeah. I feel like maybe there was a little too much meat in it.
Yeah, it was
Whoa,
good.
whoa, chili.
I love a good stew. I
like stew too. Yours was good too.
I like.
Exactly. Was there no potatoes in that?
There were some potatoes as well.
Okay, I was wondering because you said it had the.
The potatoes were the purple potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like little whole ones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Then my next course was Sigmund Freud, a cigar. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, and that was a cigar that was made out of smoking goose, kitchen sink sausage, and then I also added some meatballs to it, which I made out of smoking goose, sausage, ground beef, and ground lamb.
That sausage is awesome.
Is there a reason why you guys presented the sausage and the meatballs to look like Frankenbeans?
Like a cigar?
No, like dick and balls.
You thought,
You thought it looked like dick and
thought it
balls?
was like
I'm just asking if everyone's plate
I mean,
look like dick and balls.
it was supposed to look like a cigar.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what cigar that has balls on it. So I'm just asking. I just want to know.
I think Freud's point was you see what you want to see.
Okay.
So if to you, if it looked like
Yeah.
a just big plate of dick and balls, then
Okay. Well,
whatever's on your mind, that's not really for us to psychoanalyze.
that is very fair. That is very fair.
My plate just looked like my parents fighting.
I can't wait. That's awesome. I can't wait until you like make like a food roast shack.
I'll tell you what. That
roast shack.
sausage was really good.
It's
Oh my gosh.
the
sausage is
Smoking
really
Goose, and they're one of our favorite sponsors.
Yeah. Do they want to sponsor like another podcast?
Get in line, like hit them up. That is like an all-purpose, just good sauce. Like there's certain ones of theirs that I like to use for like I'm gonna make this soup, I'm gonna use this, but the kitchen sink, I don't know if I've ever like given that to someone and they've been like, oh, that wasn't good.
No, that was very good, man.
Yeah.
I like
All
it.
across the board. It had a lot of spice to it as well.
Yeah, it was.
And
good.
it's like
It was
it's one of
overall
those
good.
things where I love using local products that like I didn't have to do. Like you could add that to a bunch of stuff, and like that was literally just the product. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
right.
it was like, here it is by yourself.
Did you make that meatball?
I didn't make the meatball.
Tell them what you think, Thad.
Yeah, what did you think about the meatball?
Oh gosh, guys. Did you make it with like the sauce too?
Yeah,
I thought it was flavorful.
Oh.
So you made the tomato sauce?
I did not.
Okay. It was just, I don't know if it was like the only one. It was cold, like it was maybe because you're prepping or whatnot. It was colder in the middle.
You don't have your meatballs cold in the middle?
Is that what it's supposed to be?
That's like how you get them at the restaurant.
That's medium rare.
Yeah.
It was good.
Was
The
it?
flavor was.
It was your meatball was cold, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
But
the
it's
way he
supposed
said
to
it
be.
to me, he thought I made them when I sat down at the table because he wasn't nearly as tactful.
Was this supposed to taste like shit, Zach?
So the sausage is good. And he's like, you made this right? He's like, no, Dyke did. I'm like, all right. And then you guys threw me under the bus.
No, I just asked if you liked it.
Did you like it? Is my question.
Yeah.
I like.
Was yours cold?
I like the sausage better.
Was yours cold in the middle?
No.
No, mine wasn't either.
Yours wasn't.
No.
Even the slightest bit lukewarm.
Well, you didn't ask.
No.
Was it
But
lukewarm?
lukewarm's different than
Yes.
cold.
Yes.
that. Yes. It wasn't hot. The sausage was hot. The meatball was not as hot.
Right. But maybe that was what you were trying to do, is do a cold.
Yeah, cold balls.
Cold inside.
Cold balls.
Gold bells.
Alamo meatballs. Hot on the
Was that
outside,
ice
cold in
cream?
the
Was
middle.
that
Yeah,
ice cream?
yeah.
That was the dessert. Yeah, like the nice chilled sausage.
Sausage a la mode. Okay, that makes sense.
And then the next one was the Fidel Castro Cubano sandwich.
Yeah, that was good.
Which, man, we had a decent amount of courses here, so I think it was a good call to do the half serving on the Cubano.
Yeah.
Because we already had some pretty heavy stuff. We had some stew.
I had a lot of rice.
There's a lot of bread and a lot of rice already.
Well, yeah, with that first course, like we're all going for seconds.
Yep.
And we all know like we should not be doing this. But we're just like so hungry for it.
And then I think my personal favorite out of everything was the dessert.
Yeah,
was
and
very
that's
good.
my favorite beard, Santa Claus, and for the dish I did cookies and milk. One of the things I did was just I tried to time it so that they came out of the oven like literally a minute before they were at your,
so
at
gooey
your table.
and good. Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of a cheat code because you really just like fresh cookies out of the oven.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a cookie out of the oven like that.
Oh,
Like,
I
Really?
do that. I do that.
I mean, I don't bake a lot of
Pre-pandemic.
cookies. I don't bake a lot of cookies here.
I
and
do
the most
Toll
of
House.
cookies that I have, I feel like
So
are
good.
already made. So just eating one like seconds after it came out of the oven, I was like, oh, this is
So good.
I feel like a king.
Can I confess something?
Yeah.
I think I used to have a cookie problem. Like seriously, like I would eat like cookie dough like out of a tub.
Yeah, I do still.
And, yeah, like because there's something. Sometimes I put like the tub in the microwave and let it like just melt.
Oh,
and then like you would go and pull it out, and you could put like a spoon in there and kind of eat it like ice cream, and it's just like melting in the spoon. So it's like it just came out of the oven. You're just eating gooey cookie dough. Oh my word,
that sounds good.
I would do that with like, I mean, I feel like Ben and Jerry's cookie dough ice cream. I remember that being like a problem, and I was like, I should not be eating this much cookie dough.
Yeah. I'll buy Toll House, and I'll make cookies, and then I'll eat a whole row.
Yeah, raw.
Yeah, a whole row.
I go raw with cookie dough.
Yeah, I go raw too.
I go through phases where I have to like cut myself off because like what like you if you have the more cookies you eat, the more cookies you want.
Yeah,
and like in this past December, like when I first quit drinking for like my current 6 months that I'm on.
Yep.
I was like going to Dairy Queen every day, and they had a seasonal sugar cookie blizzard, and I would eat one of those, and I would just feel my blood pressure like spike. Like I would like take a bite, and it was just like I feel like my pupils dilate. You know,
that's not good. Yeah. You're supposed to feel it instantly. That's the commercial.
That's the stuff. That's the old pepper.
I think there should be clinics. Like I think there should be help groups for people that are addicted to cookies or sweets like this.
I agree.
Where they could go in a circle, hold hands, and say, "Hey, my name is Thad, Dyke, Stretch."
I mean,
it's called Weight Watchers.
Yeah, that's what Weight Watchers is. It's an accountability
No,
group.
but like it's about an addiction to cookies.
Oh, specifically
We're not
cookies.
trying to lose weight.
Cookies.
We're not trying. This is not about. It's not about fat shaming.
Oh,
It's
call it
about-
Doughboys.
Called Doughboys.
So
If you're
should
looking
we
to
stop?
kick your dough,
Should we stop?
No, I think cookies are a great treat. I love a good ice cream sandwich with 2 cookies is like the.
Oh
like
yeah, those are good too.
You
Don't
did-
do it when
I
they're
think they have a
sad.
Toll House like that too.
Do you ever try Circle's ice cream?
Oh my!
No.
goodness.
Circle's ice cream is really,
It'll change your life.
really
It's a
the
local
best.
ice cream around here that you only can get out of vending machines.
Really?
Like you get it out of a certain place. Like Smoking Goose has one. I think
Yeah.
Hotel Tango has
Hotel
one.
Tango has one. That's where I get mine.
You go there and then you just pay the vending machine.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was stealing because I went in and I like you pay from your phone and then you just walk out with ice cream and I'm looking at the bar like I paid for this.
Oh yeah.
This isn't just like a black guy walking in here stealing ice cream.
So you just open it up and grab what you want?
Yeah, and then take a
But
picture.
that's not
of it.
even the important part. It's the best ice cream I've ever had in my life.
It is.
It is,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, hands down. No exaggeration.
This just comes in like in a quart.
Yep. And I think the
It's
reason
got the stuff all the way through it.
one, it's great flavor combinations. 2, it's layered. The problem with most ice cream is I feel like they only put it at the top, and then when you get to the bottom, it's just regular ice cream.
Yeah.
But this is like ice cream, then the chunks of flavoring, then ice cream, then the chunks of flavor, then ice cream. So like every bite has everything in it.
Like you know
It's
when
insane.
you look at a picture like on an ice cream box and you wish the ice cream inside looked like the cover stuff
Yeah,
because it's got all the shit in there.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like it's that
All the time.
Yeah. There's no picture on the outside, but it's all the way like that inside.
There's
sounds
nobody
good.
I've shown this ice cream to that hasn't said it's now their favorite ice cream.
Yeah. It's like that.
People get hooked on
Okay.
it.
yeah.
I'm
then
gonna go.
In
what
fact,
I-
they're our sponsor for the Doughboys, support group.
The support group.
All right.
And then what I like to do is I like to take the Four Birds Bakery that I was talking about.
Yep.
She makes some of the best cookies in the game. And so I would take the Circle's ice cream and then the Four Birds cookies and make an ice cream sandwich out of that. And that.
And then what does your blood pressure do then? Like
That-
shit.
Well,
after
Dyke
I-
usually warns me. I have the shockers. He's like, "That I'm going in." I'm like, "All right."
You like the shocker?
No, he's flatlining.
Gotcha.
what I,
You weren't dipping the oil.
I eat one, I go talk to the ancestors for a while, and then Thad resuscitates me.
Sometimes I let him go a little bit longer. I'm like, I want him to have a good conversation.
Yeah.
And after about 3.5 minutes, I shock him, and he comes back to
It's
life.
a real flatliner
Yeah.
situation.
It's just you come back weaker instead of better, like Black Panther.
Yeah, I thought,
My name is Wack Panther.
Like, why do you keep eating this ice cream? We are not supposed to see you in this garden right now. This garden is sacred, not for. Gluttony, black bastards like you. Where's T'Challa?
Wack Panther.
Wack Panther.
You have a tail on your suit.
Just Dyke in a Panther costume, eating his ice cream. Like, hey guys, remember me?
Tail just wagging.
They don't even have to use sand to bury me. I just buried myself with my sorrows in this ice cream. That's gonna fly. We only got 3 minutes now. What do you guys want to talk about? Go away! Go away! Go away! We do not want to see you.
I don't think we're gonna beat that. Can you drop a beat for me there, Zach? Stretch, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for hanging out. I feel like it was just, you did us a huge favor, but also just turns into a fun excuse to have a good hangout.
Yeah, man.
We had a good table up there, Gwen and Nurse Becca.
Yep. That was a good table.
You guys were talking about some. Every time I walked in, I was like, what are they talking? This is nasty.
It was kind of wild. It got wild up there.
Yeah, it did kind of get wild.
Where can people follow you on social media and keep up with everything you're doing?
Follow D Money Pod on all platforms. Thalley Boy, THALLEY Boy on all platforms, and follow dmoney.com.
Thaddaeus J.
You can follow me at Fad Mckee. That's Instagram's Thread, X, Y, and Z.
Oh.
Zach Rowe.
Definitely come on out to Healer this Friday for Creeporama. Get your
Creep on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get your creep
Get your
on.
creep on. Get your creep on.
Yeah.
Get that song.
All right.
Casey Campbell.
Hello, mates. Yeah, you can find me creeping around Healer on Friday. You can also find me chowing down on some meat cakes in the very near future. You can also find me online at Instagram, Danger Brewer.
And I don't know if we mentioned it, but a shout out to our sponsor, Tinker Coffee. I've been slamming it all this whole podcast. I've been drinking it. I don't know if I talked about it enough, but it's some of the best coffee in the game. You can have it delivered to your house, and you get 25% off if you use promo code BRUNCH.
Okay.
Also, shout out to our other sponsor, Upland Brewing.
Upland Brewery.
I drink enough of that for them to sponsor me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Campsite is the way to go. If you're needing a beer and getting that feel, you do this with Upland.
Do that.
Let's isolate that and make that the ad.
You
Do this with Upland.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.